Do air purifiers help with hay fever, the Great British Summer, sun, sea, strawberries, and sneezing? Yep, for hay fever sufferers, the start of summer is heralded with grim predictability by streaming eyes, a blocked nose, and a chorus of well-meaning bless yous. Day after day, out come the nasal sprays and pop go the antihistamine pills. Some poor souls even abandon these shores for weeks on end just to escape the torment. If that's you, you've probably ended up here in desperate search of some hay fever relief. Tree and grass pollen are at their height from May to July, but the sneezy season can extend well into August, and that's a long time to be dosing up on antihistamines. So let's cut to the chase. Can an air purifier help relieve hay fever symptoms? The short answer is yes. Air purifiers literally remove pollen from the air. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But plucking pesky pollen out of the air in your home is exactly what an air purifier can do. That's thanks to the wonders of a little thing called a HEPA filter, which stands for High Efficiency Particulate Arrestor, or absorber. These powerful filters can capture particles as small as 3 microns in size. No, that didn't mean much to us either, until we learned that the average allergy-producing, hay fever-inflicting tree and grass pollens are 15 to 20 microns. In other words, they don't stand a chance against this thing. We're the first to admit that there's not much anyone can do about the pollen in the air outside, so once you leave the house, we're afraid you're on your own. But with an air purifier to hand, one with a HEPA filter like our smell away, there is something we can do about the pollen drifting about in your home like an unwelcome house guest. And given that your home is meant to be your safe haven, it's going to feel good turning on an air purifier and enjoying breathing in clean, pollen-free air while you're relaxing at home by day and trying to sleep at night. Got other allergies? You'd be forgiven for thinking that hay fever would be worse in the countryside where there are, well, more trees, grass and flowers. But actually, hay fever is often worse in dense urban areas, because although the pollen count tends to be lower, our sensitivity to allergens is heightened by pollutant-infused city air. Which brings us on to other types of allergy that an air purifier can help with. Because of course pollen isn't the only allergen floating about in the air at home that can bring on the sniffles and sneezes. Dust is a big one. Frankly, the less said about what dust is made up of, the better. Dead skin, dust mite poo, dust mite corpses, enough said. Suffice it to say that it's not surprising dust allergies are so common. We're used to dusting the windowsills, bookshelves and surfaces around our home, but that's just dealing with, and let's face it, stirring up, the dust that's settled there. With an air purifier, you can basically dust the air thanks to those mighty HEPA filters, which work just as effectively on dust as they do on pollen. Pet allergies, for the same reason, air purifiers are great for people who suffer from pet allergies, as a HEPA filter will clear the air of tiny strands of cat and dog fur and things like that. Even if you don't have a pet yourself, they're also a great solution if you're moving into a home previously occupied by one, or if you've had a temporary visit from that one friend who insists on taking their dog absolutely everywhere with them. Pollution, finally, we've already mentioned pollution, which is itself an allergen. When you live in a city, it's impossible to avoid polluted air infiltrating your home, which is terrible for your health. It's air filled with particulate matter ranging from microplastics to heavy metals and other things you really don't want to be breathing in. Again, those trusty HEPA filters will deal swiftly with nasties like these. Here's an air purifier that also deals with smells. You've probably got the sense by now that an air purifier is a real miracle worker in helping deal with allergens such as pollen and dust, and that a HEPA filter is an indispensable feature of an air purifier. But the smell away has an added bonus. Unlike most air purifiers, it banishes problem pongs as well as problem pathogens. We'll let you in on a secret. Great though they are for filtering out particles from the air, HEPA filters are ineffective when it comes to clearing the air of a stink. That's because smells aren't particles, they're molecules. To capture them, you need an active charcoal filter, and that's the smell away's secret weapon. You can plug the smell away in and it'll swiftly get to work on all manner of horrid smells, neutralizing odors ranging from cigarette smoke to cat wee and plenty more besides. If you regularly have your neighbor's curry smells drifting into your house, or you're battling with the smell of damp or mold, it's smell away to the rescue. And all that while helping to relieve your hay fever symptoms. Can't argue with that. Try the smell away risk-free with our 30-day returns policy, so, hay fever sufferers, your search ends here. Smell away is a powerful air purifier that plucks pesky pollen from the air quietly and effectively while you get on with your day, helping to relieve your symptoms without constant resort to nasal sprays and pills. If you're struggling with allergies to pollen, dust, pollution or pets, and/or you just wish the air in your home smelt nicer, give the all-in-one solution that is the smell away a try today with our risk-free 30-day returns policy.